Hey guys, Vishu here, privileged of bringing you guys my thoughts on overclocking your monitor. Yes, you have heard it right, overclocking your monitor. So for basic, so for people who don't know what overclocking is, it is just bringing up the limits of your hardware. So what it does is it brings up your refresh rate of your monitor, which is usually 60 frames per second if you have bought a computer which is like a year old too. Most of the monitors have 60 frames per second as the refresh rate. So what you basically do is it just increases the number of times that the image is refreshed in your monitor. So usually if you have a monitor which you have bought fairly recently, it will refresh at 60 frames per second. There are monitors which can refresh up to 60, 120 and 144 Hz and etc. and above. So we are talking about only overclocking your current monitor without spending any money on buying a new monitor to improve how you play. So what so for people who don't know what refresh rate is, it is the number of frames or pictures your monitor can display at any given time. So I'm just making it up right now, so I might sound a bit confused and I'm trying to bring my thoughts together. So it's like if you have a computer you bought fairly recently, it can run most of not all most of the games above 60 frames per second, which is the usual frame rate of frame usual frame rate, but I mean the usual refresh rate of your monitor. So it's like having a car which can run 100 miles per hour, but it has a speed lock of 60. So even though you have the hardware which can run it up to 100 FPS, you are locked down to 60. So sometimes when your games get too demanding or there's a lot of stuff happening on your screen, you see stutters. That's because when it goes under 60 FPS, your monitor just shows you the same frame twice to make up for the time delay or like the refresh rate to make up that. So so as you can watch this video, it's in 60 FPS, which is the usual refresh rate of your monitor. So if your monitor has 60 Hz refresh rate, this video should look butter smooth. So like, I have a guide coming up on how to overclock your monitor with only NVIDIA GPUs. That's what I have, so I don't know about AMD GPUs. I'll try looking up to it and I'll post you guys as soon as I have one. That is coming fairly soon, so keep an eye out for that. So, you might ask, that sounds great, how can I do that? I'm bringing you guys a tutorial on how to overclock your monitors. But first things first, overclocking can be dangerous. That can hurt the lifespan of your monitor and also can degrade its performance, because that is just bringing up the limits of your PCBs and the hardware inside it above what it's rated for. So to put things in perspective, I have a LG monitor. I don't remember the exact model name, but I have a LG monitor. It has a refresh rate of 60 Hz. So I managed to get an overclock of 76 Hz and I can make out the difference. So most of the people will argue that a human eye can only see 24 frames per second. But the key thing here is, though you can see only 24 frames per second, you can make out when there is a picture, when a frame is showed you more than once. So that's what gives you the blurriness or like the shakiness in your videos. In your videos. So I have a fairly good computer which can run Dirty Bomb at like 80 FPS, or like minimum is 40, maximum is 40 when there is a lot of things going on, and like I get usually around 70 to 80 FPS. So I managed to get an overclock of 120 Hz, but I didn't want to push my hardware to its limits. So I just keep it around the middle of what FPS do I get. I mostly play Dirty Bomb, so that's what I optimized it for. But when I go play BLR or Blacklight Retribution, for the people who don't know what the game is, it's free. Check it out on Steam. So there usually I get around 80 to 90. So I might go up or down. I'm not sure, but I don't want to kill my monitor. I just bought it last year and I don't want to kill hardware for no apparent reason. So then you might ask, is it worth to take the risk to overclock your monitor and overclock your monitor for the minor upgrade in the games you play? I would say if you try to get the max, like Suppose you have a monitor which can only get about 100 hertz as the maximum speed, just put it around like 70 to 80, so you have lesser chance of killing it than making it, it kind of not pushing to its limit, but where it can survive for long enough so that you can upgrade it. So let me put my thoughts together. And it's kind of awkward, but I'm doing it at late night. It's like 1 a.m. in the morning, so I might be a bit confused. Apologies for that.
Repaired.
And also I have found an improvement in my games. Like you can see right now, I'm playing it on my 76 hertz monitor, which I've overclocked it. I get a really nice kill to that ratio. I saw my performance rocketing up. It's like removing the speed limit of your, as I told you earlier, a car which can go up to 100 miles per hour, but it has locked at 60. So increasing that lock feels good, and it's like it's an upgrade. So if you want to experience, suppose you want to go buy a new monitor and want to experience how incremental upgrade is to get a higher refresh rate monitor, you can do this. You can actually go to its limits. So you don't need to open up your monitor or anything. It's just via your graphic card. So don't fear about open your monitor, I guess. So well, I think I'm done for now. I'll catch you in the last thing. You can see the whole gameplay. I'll meet you in the last episode for my outro. Until then, have fun watching it.
Objective returned. Granate! We have the objective.
I'm changing mag.
Deliver the bloody objective. We have the objective.
Got bullets. Changing mag.
Granaten! We have the objective.
Got bullets for you.
We have the objective.
Fire support on its way.
Deliver the objective. Objective returned.
Got bullets for you.
the bloody objective. Objective delivered. Deliver the objective. We have the objective.
Give ammo.
Reached out and touched you.
So hope you guys like the video. If you did, show that to me by subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.